It brought you here because it wants you to know that you've been very strong and you've been dedicated. You have decided something and you've stuck with it. And they know it's not easy. It's not easy to stay dedicated to something that is really not always pleasant to dedicate yourself to. Especially when you're not feeling rewarded for it. And this is coming out a lot lately. But right now, I do think with the strength card here that it's saying this battle that you're having within yourself to, you know, kind of suppress that animal instinct just enough that you are able to make a rational decision that is going to bring you to your dreams and to your goals and maybe to love, here with this door to romance card. Spirit wants you to know that this has been a big change for you. You, I mean, in the past, you probably would never have been able to stick to it or even been able to start. So maybe you're quitting smoking. Maybe you're changing a habit. Maybe you are pursuing, maybe you're a suitor pursuing another suitor. I don't know. Maybe you are just preparing your energy for love because now you feel like you're finally ready as you're ever going to be. You're preparing yourself to start a business. You're preparing yourself, right? You're preparing. And this preparation period is not easy. And but you've stuck to it. I want to say stuck in. That's not a word. It's not the participle. You've stuck to it though. You've been so strong here. So congratulations are in order once again. In the reading last night, there was congratulations, but it was for a little bit of a different thing. And this time we have the third chakra, Archangel Chamuel, Samuel, in other words, which is the solar plexus, right? So your confidence is really growing, and that also came out in the reading last night. And this confidence is bringing you to love. So if you're looking for love, there is definitely something coming for you. There's definitely something coming. And you do need to release this heart from this cage, but I think you've even been doing that because you've realized that you just need to intend to begin with. All you need to begin with is a true intention, not like, oh, maybe I'll do it, but you say, like you said already, like, I'm doing this. This is what's going to happen. And you could have made some preparatory moves already, or you could be three-fourths of the way through it. You could have way past preparation. Either way, you've dedicated. That's what I keep hearing, dedication. And the dedication is going to bring something into fruition here. But Spirit wants you to remember that the path, that the journey is worth being aware of. So being mindful of this journey, being mindful of the fruits of the journey, like picking fruit on the way. There you really want to go to the orchard, right? You want to go to the orchard because that's where the most beautiful, gorgeous, delicious apples are. But on the way, there's little pear trees. They're not they're not super well cultivated or anything, but they're there. They're delicious. There's like blackberry bushes I'm seeing, which that's my favorite thing. I love blackberries. So whatever your favorite fruit is, there's like little, runts in the mix on the way, and you can pick them. You can stop. You have time. And the more you stop and you smell the roses, or you pick the berries, or you pick the pears, or whatever, and you take time to eat them and nourish yourself, the faster you're going to get there. But it's not about intending to get there fast. And that's the thing. It's like catch 22. You are stopping and nourishing yourself in a way to get there faster. But what's really the purpose? What's really the purpose of this self-care, of this nourishment, is to enjoy it, and is to be grateful for it. Because I didn't, for some reason, the card didn't end up in front of me, but I did get the appreciation card, which is gratitude. And gratitude was a heavy in my mind just before this. heavy for the collective. So having gratitude and cultivating that gratitude is super important right now. Not only is it going to help you reach your goal faster, it really, really will. It's going to align your energy in the way it needs to be, but it's also helping to clear your mind in some way. So cultivating gratitude, which also is goes hand in hand with cultivating ease and cultivating compassion and cultivating love for yourself and for the world around you. All of those things are able to be done when you take these little breaks and you take these stops and pit stops and nourish yourself and do the self-care and go out with a friend for dinner, or treat yourself to something. And I'm not saying to be irresponsible with your money or anything like that, but doing little things for yourself. And here's what I did. And you know what? I feel a little guilty for this, but I cannot, because it was such a loud message. There's this oracle deck. It's red and it has the Eye of Horus on it. And I know a lot of readers have been using it, but I knew this. No, I sound so hipster for saying that. I knew this deck so long ago, but I just never got it because it's a little more expensive in Spain where I live. But I splurged and I got it because my inner child was talking to me and was like, I want this deck. I was like, okay, calm down. I'll get the deck. It's okay. It's really okay. I'm gonna get it. So it's on the way to me. So that's the type of thing. If there's something that is calling to you, and I'm not saying everything that calls to you, saying like the thing that's really calling to you, get it. It's not just because you want it. There's something there that is energetically important for you in order to keep going and stay the course. You need it. And it seems like it's not a need because you don't need it to live, but you do need it if you want to succeed as quickly and as successfully as possible. Okay, I'm here with my hair again. Just I'm putting rosemary oil in it, and it makes it like stringy. So, forgive me. Okay, I got some pistachios without the shells today. So there's something artificial, but it's natural. But there's like an artificial like flavor to it. Artificial flavors. Maybe there's some of you who's allergic to an artificial flavor. If you're having some kind of health issue, now I'm not a doctor, don't take this advice like to heart really, but like it's worth exploring with the doctor. If you've been having weird health problems, maybe you're allergic to some certain artificial flavor, and I think you can get tested for that. So if you can do that if you need to. And also, pistachios are another one of my favorites. I mean, this is not about me, but it's something about your favorite things, something about your favorite foods, like little things, like blackberries and pistachios. They're just little. They're not something that you eat for a meal, but and they're not going to break the bank, even though they're a little bit more expensive. And they're healthy. It's like there's these little things that you love that you don't really allow yourself to have enough, and they're really healthy for you. And Spirit says, allow yourself to have those things, okay? Because there's more health benefits and there's more energetic benefits than you can imagine, and you do need this. Okay, I was just reading about the six of materials, and I didn't finish the page, and I knew I should have finished the page, but I wanted to get this video started. So that's a really good example of this energy. I should have finished reading the page about the Six of Pentacles because there was new things that I didn't know about it. And I didn't because I wanted to start this reading. So there we go. That's a good example of like we need to slow down, okay? And things like that in your life that are happening in this time period, it'll be important for you to slow down in order to gain the information or the whatever it is that you need to keep going and to do your best job. So I think it was just more of an example. Because I know what it means, so don't worry. But there is something about lack of generosity. Be more generous, and I got that in the Book of Answers one day, and it was so loud, and I was like, okay, I'll be more generous. So in Spain they don't tip very much for like Uber Eats, and if I order groceries, they don't really tip, but the drivers don't make that much. It's the law is different for them, so people don't realize that here. So you really should tip, and I do, but I've been trying to tip more ever since that because Yeah, I need it's required now, which is it's just not the culture. So there's something that's not part of your culture, that's not part of the culture you live in, that still needs to be done. It's like this extra thing, this extra generosity that you need to give. So it could be tips, but I don't think I'm going to be able to figure it out for every single person here. I think it's going to be different. So think of where you could be a little bit more generous, and it could be a big thing, it could be a little thing, but try to be a little bit more generous and see what happens. It's not to say that you need to continue doing it if it doesn't benefit you or the greater good in some way, but try it out, see what happens, see how you feel about it. Because it's probably about how you feel. Because, it made me feel much better to start tipping a little more, even though I felt like, that's not the culture here. I don't need to, I already tip, and some people don't tip at all. But yeah, tipping more makes me feel better. Maybe it's because I'm American and we have that tipping culture, but regardless, it's going to be something like that. And also, it does relate to the strength card. So, what else here, Spirit, please? We have the Muse of Materials, which is the King of Pentacles. Wow, nice. Okay, some wealth is definitely coming in. And we have the Hierophant. Wealth is definitely coming in. You're going to be, so this is teaching you, so being more generous is going to teach you about being more wealthy. That's what it is. It's like, because the Muse of Inspiration here looks like it's bridging the two, and it's going to light you up in some way. Okay, and so the Muse of Inspiration, the King of Wands, he is a boss, but he isn't super comfortable with his position. Like he's good at it. He's extremely good at it, but he's never been like, I deserve this, or maybe he knows he deserves it, but it's just not his thing. Like he doesn't really want to be the boss, but he is, and he's gonna do it, and he's gonna do it really well. But sometimes he gets frustrated. Sometimes he gets a little bit like, maybe I'm hearing stingy, things like that, because there's just something about it that he's just not super comfortable with, leading people. And that's going to be something, that's going to be a choice, because over the Two of Inspiration here, that you're going to have to realize that you're going to have to make these decisions for other people. And you need to first bring in this generosity of spirit, so that you're not making choices that are, that are, I don't want to say hurt, but that are not benefiting the maximum people, or benefiting yourself first and foremost. But I feel like you're working with other people here, and you're going to, and so by the way, if you have been wanting to get a promotion at work, that's probably coming. But the thing is, I don't think you realize that it's not about the amount of work that you're going to get. It's just like you're going to be a little bit uncomfortable leading people, and it's going to be a surprise to you, I think. For not everybody, but for some of you, it's a surprise because you feel like that would be great. But you realize when you need to put out the fires, it's actually not always that fun, because you are the one who's like, if a customer is angry and you are dealing with them and they're yelling, and you can't always be nice with these people. If they complain to your higher manager, you're still the one who's going to get in trouble. You're not going to get fired, because they know very well that you can't do anything about it, that you're doing your best. But you still know, like, there's still like this thing, like, I just, this is not, there's just this little thing there that you're not very comfortable with. So, but you also have the Hierophant. So you're going to get comfortable. You're going to learn, and you're going to become very much exactly what you're hoping to be, exactly what you're hoping to become here. And if you're not looking for a promotion, if this is not it, what else could it be? I mean, it's just a promotion in life. It's a spirit promotion. Spirit is promoting you to the next level. I feel like a lot of you have been stuck in a certain level where you felt like you should have been past this years ago, based on your age. Like you should have been, but the spirit is saying, well, this was your path, and this is your path, and you are going in the direction that you want to go. But right now, it's just not easy to see. But you are going to have some kind of palpable material, or at least auditory proof that what you're doing is helping you. What you're doing is working, but it's just like, it's not always going to be exactly how you want it to be, but you're doing it for the greater good. And that's what's really great here, is that what you're doing, even if you're looking for love for yourself, like you're doing it, there's still something there because you want to give love to another person so much, and change their life so much, that's like that's a great motivation. Like, and as long as you're also aiming for loving yourself and improving your own experience, that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. And spirit wants you to know, like, that generosity of spirit, you do have it. But I feel like it's been suppressed. It's been suppressed by people yelling at you with the strength card there, by people telling you that, you're not worthy of the confidence with the Archangel Samuel. People have really suppressed that solar plexus. And it's also suppressed the other ones around it. I mean, pretty much all of the ones from heart down, and maybe even your throat too, because I'm feeling a little throat stuff. But also, I have that, like, throat's tight, but it's like dry. So you need some water. Drink some more water today. You need to drink water not just for everything else, but to, like, for the so you can move well, like, and even in a metaphorical sense, like something about like moving without any like blockages there. I don't know what that's about. But generosity of spirits also coming up again. Anything else we need to know, Spirit? I'm going to cut this off in a sec. I think that's pretty much it. I'm sure there'll be one or two last messages. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Comment down below. Tell me how it resonates. I would love to hear from you. If you want a personal reading, the link is down below in the description. You can buy it from the store, or you can just send it as or you can just email me and I'll tell you how to do it. It'll be a little cheaper for you if you do that. But please do buy it in the store if that's easier for you. And for people who tell me a little of their story, I sometimes, now I can't promise anything, I sometimes do add a little bit of the message I get from Spirit for them. So if you, I mean, I wouldn't suggest demanding it, because that's not going to work. But I would say you can give me your story, and maybe. So it's worth a shot. And because that's what I'm here for. I'm here for the stories. I like the stories. I like to hear people's stories. And by doing this, by using my intuition, it's like I get more from the story than I would get from you if you just told me your story, right? Like, I don't think you would go into this detail, because people don't want to burden you. And that's what I love about this, is because it's not a burden, and I get to hear people's real truth, um, and it's in a way that they're okay with, like, so there's something about that too, hearing somebody's real. So you need to hear somebody out. There's somebody, and I know this is not for me, but there is somebody out there who needs to hear someone out. There's someone thinking about you, who wants to talk to you. Maybe you don't want to talk to them, and I'm not saying that what you're doing is allowing them to come back in your life, but you do need to hear them out. There's something that they need to tell you. Maybe it's nothing drama. Maybe there's no drama here. Maybe you just haven't gotten back to somebody, and you need to get back to them, because there's something that they need to tell you, and it could be about this promotion, and not necessarily though. Somebody really needs to tell you something. They're very, like, they're a little anxious about it, but I think they've already reached out, or they're about to reach out. Whoever you think it is probably them. I would just give them, if it's somebody that you're okay with talking with, then I would reach out and say, well, hey, what's up? I was thinking about you. Because whatever this is that they want to tell you, you're going to want to hear it. You're going to want to hear it. So financial constraints. So I know for a lot of us, this is about money, trying to get out of a money problem, and Spirit is like, well, you are almost there, but you've got to try to focus on not the money aspect, but actually the work that you're doing to put, like, how is that experience of working, and what experience is that giving to other people? And that's for me too. Like, I'm trying to start this business, and but I have been intending to really focus on you, and not on what I might get from it later, because that's what's most important here. That's why I'm here. I'm here to serve you. I'm not here to I mean, I'm here to make money, but I'm here to first and foremost serve you. And so that's the kind of energy that is being asked of you too. So we have also the temple path, which is exactly what I was saying with the financial constraints. I mean, so I could have, I mean, yeah, there's not really much to explain with that. Um, Second chakra. So I kind of talked about this. I didn't say it specifically, but your solar plexus, your emotional health. Yes, they're saying we understand that this causes emotional problems to feel lack in any way, whether it be in money or otherwise. But keep going down that temple path. Keep going down the path of serving, of being of service to others, and things will start get pulling together for you. And also, if you're looking for love, like it's the same thing. Be of service in some way, in not in that way, but like be of service as in, I don't know. I'm hearing Cupid, so maybe even like, and this is not for everyone, but serving as a like, if there's two people that you know would be really good for each other, like tell them tell them about each other, or set up a blind date or something like that. Maybe some of you want to be like a dating coach. Maybe you're not in a relationship because you don't really need it, but you like to set people up. You like to be a matchmaker. So something to think about. That's interesting. That would be kind of fun. I don't think I would be great at it, but that would be fun. Magician in the mirror. So you're connecting to disparate things, to aspects of your life that you don't feel like are connected, are going to be connected soon. Let me see. I'm going to ask what Spirit uh, has about that. What two aspects of the viewers' lives are going to be connected that they don't feel like are connected right now? Please, Spirit. I'm getting something about Native American. I'm hearing he's a great artist named Lost Boy Crow. It's one word, and he is Native. He's got red hair, long red hair. Yeah, he's Native, and he has some songs about that. And um, so maybe you are Native, maybe you have some Native American heritage or other kind of Native, Aboriginal, whatever. And maybe you need to get in touch with your roots, in touch with your roots. Yeah, and whether or not you're a POC, getting in touch with your roots is really important. But I do feel like people, POC are especially called here, especially like Native. Yeah, especially it's like I'm getting a lot of things about like mixed. Like if you are, maybe you don't know that you have Native in your blood, so just I don't know why that's coming up, but something to think about. Okay, so the water aspect of this is the Two of Wands. Interesting, because that's fire. So water and fire together. That can either be detrimental or very good. It's a little confusing how they describe that. So, but yeah. So again, we have the Two of Wands, right? So making this decision, it's going to relate. Okay, making this decision, and it's an emotional decision. Your emotions are driving this decision in a way. Okay, interesting. Is going to lead to justice. Here's the justice. Every single time I do a reading lately, here's justice. So, so air and fire. So, in the air will make the fire stronger, right? So, making this decision leads to is connects to justice, connects to Libra season, maybe. So maybe you've made a decision in the past already, or you've just made this decision and you're going to start seeing the effects that you've been wanting to see in Libra season. I feel like this is similar to the reading last night, not everything, but like that kind of general message. Interesting. Yeah, and things in the past, like betrayals in the past, self betrayals, betrayals by others, um, times where you've kind of went a little bit crazy because somebody did something that you felt was really wrong, and maybe even when you kind of acted in a way that you didn't really mean to, like it came out really badly and that's not what you meant, and there's really nothing you can say about that to make it better for the other people or the other person. It's like something is coming from this, like the way you've been um, conducting yourself and moving forward with your life, something is coming out of that, and there's forgiveness happening here. It's like justice could seem scary, like, oh, you're going to get karma, but I don't feel like that, especially with the 10 of swords in reversed. I feel like these mistakes that you've made, sometimes you're going to see that they were not mistakes. For some people or for some situations, and in other situations, you're going to see that maybe you did make a mistake, but people are not really that mad about it at you, or they're willing to forgive you, or you're willing to forgive something because you realize something is just human. They're just human and they're doing their best. And that's it's hard because um, there is that aspect that people are just human, they're doing their best, but then when they do it again and again, um, then that's a totally different story. But if you haven't communicated clearly about it, then why would they not do it again? Like, so we have to kind of look at ourselves and what we've done, and look at what the other person's done, and say, was this where's the injustice here, and how can I correct it? And that's part of this decision, and you don't see that as connected to this other decision that you've made, but it will come back around, and it will really, there's going to be a lot of situations corrected this way. I love that for you. That's a really good thing, by the way. I want you to realize that's a super good thing. um so thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me how you feel, how you think, how you're, who you're loving right now, whatever. I want to hear from you. Also, yeah. Um, any channel message for the people who stayed, please? Talked about rosemary in my hair, which came up again just now. So rosemary, what does that do? I think, it's for relationships. So burning rosemary on a candle might be good for you. Look up rosemary and its correspondences and its associations and what it means. And doing a rosemary candle might be good. I would not use lavender and rosemary together because that is like a romance blocker. You don't want that, I don't think. Um, Lighting lavender incense would be good though. Just don't mix them. So something about not mixing something together that you wouldn't otherwise know. Like, make sure you know about what you're doing. Like, sometimes we just put together a candle spell or something like that, and we don't always know what we're doing and what we're mixing. And sometimes those mixtures, according to our culture and the culture that we live in, the culture that we're connected to, will influence the way these candles and these spells work. So even if you don't know about the herbal correspondences, it's going to work the way your culture thinks they work, because that's in the collective consciousness. That's how the magic works, is through the collective consciousness. So just FYI there. So that must be the message. Well, have a great day. Love you.